how to tell what they or y'all do. Open the structures book to the they, y'all verb section. You will notice that this notes and examples has not been printed well. So you need to grab the piece of paper from your teacher and tape in the notes and examples. Once you do that, you're going to translate each of the bolded words into English and write it at the end of the sentence. Pause this video until you have completed both of those tasks. At this time, you are going to copy the notes that follow into the section on the rules to create ellos, ellas, ustedes verbs. Creating they situations. Now, since there's more than one person, we needed to show you how these may appear, how you may say these. So the first type of situation is that you're going to use two people's names connected by the word and or e. So an example of this would be Bob, E, Susie. Another example of creating they situations would be a group of people using, nouns. And what I wanted to make sure you understand is that both words, notice los and estudiantes, mis and amigos, have an S. So you have to have these two words agree with each other, meaning they both have to be plural. Another would be the pronouns. So using the word ellas means they. It would only be girls in this group of they. Ellos could mean that there were only guys, or it could mean that there were guys and girls in the group. So these are the three situations that you might start a sentence talking about what they do. Then we can also create the sentences dealing with what y'all do. You can use the pronoun y'all, ustedes, so that is how it's pronounced, ustedes. Or you can use a name and or a group plus the word you. So like Billy y tú, that would be Billy and you. That would be y'all in English. Or tus amigos y tú, your friends and you. Going from to do the action to they or y'all do the action. Just as we've talked with each of these videos, you cannot just put the word ellos or ellas in front of a word such as caminar to say they walk. That would translate to they to walk. So please copy down the following notes. Start with the verb in the infinitive form. The three examples that we've been using, correr, hablar, escribir. Take off the AR, ER, IR. Again, we've been doing this for each of the videos that you've watched. This will leave us with what we call in Spanish the stem. From the stem, you are going to add the ending based on the type of verb. If it is an AR verb, such as hablar, we're going to add back an AN. If it is an ER verb or an IR verb, such as correr or escribir, we will add back EN. So for our examples, we're left with corren, hablan, and escriben. This form of the verb means they do that action. It can also mean y'all do that action. For example, they run, y'all run. At this point, if we don't have anything in front of it, we will have to use context to decide if it means they or y'all. Here are other infinitive verbs that we've talked about. And then again, if you remember that he or she verbs end in an A or an E, then all we have to do is add an N to those verbs, and that will turn them into this exact same form. So he runs as corre, they run as corren. Just as we've talked, here are some irregular verbs. You also need to copy these down on your paper. Ir, meaning to go, would turn into van. They or y'all go. Ser. Just notice an error. Okay, so instead of eran, that's not a word in Spanish, it should be son, S-O-N. So again, don't copy down eran, it is not a word, it should be son. Querer, meaning to want. Quieren means they or y'all want. Tener would turn to tienen. Decir would turn into dicen. Jugar turns into juegan. Poder, meaning to be able to, turns into pueden. Dormir turns into duermen. And then just as we talked on the you video, gustar is a little bit different. It would turn into either les gusta or les gustan. And again, it does not mean they or y'all like. It means this one thing, gusta, is pleasing to you guys or they. Or these two things, that would be gustan, is pleasing to you guys or they. So, les gusta, the thing that changes here is the les. That tells us that it is they. Now you're going to complete the practice example on the pink paper in the they section. And then once you are finished with that, check in with your teacher and then you will move on to the next activity.